Hello and welcome to the Karting1.co.uk track test of the best engine you've never heard of. Unless, of course, you live in South America, where you'll know everything about this engine. In association with the guys at John Mills Racing and IAME, we got our hands on a Parilla Sudam. It's a 125cc direct drive engine. It's made for the South American market. It's a very sort of cheap engine to race. That's why it's popular down there. And let's have a quick listen. Lovely. That's what a kart engine should sound like. We've wanted to get our hands on one of these for many years now, and thanks to the JM Racing and IAME, we've finally got the opportunity to drive one. And I mean, there's not much to say other than it is unbelievably good. It's a superb engine, and let's join me on board to see what I thought.
Into the chicane. Kart feels really good. The engine feels more torquey than a normal Formula A. It was nice and light. You can see why they like them in South America. A lot of purists down there. Keep an eye on the old revs. 17, 9. We're having it quite high. We're going to get some choke. It was a tiny bit richer, and now we're going to keep the engine nice and clear. Really good, really enjoyable. You can really drive this. We're still quite rich on the bottom end. Into spoon. Cart's a little bit wobbly at the front. Nice with that left hander, a little bit of front wheel hopping. Difficult last complex here, PF. Very important corner. Nice little bit of choke. Being very careful. The transition of load on these IAME tyres is very good. Great tyres. Kart is picking up nicely. Doesn't bog down too much. Down the centre straight. Oh, we've got some hop, but that's alright. That's fine. Into the hairpin. Brake. Oh, back end steps out there. Bit of understeer. Kart picks up. Really nice. This is a great kart. God, why don't we have these in the UK? Why don't we have them in Europe? Upside is easy! It's worth the hassle. Just for that pickup. You just don't get that with clutched karts. This is why I send I love karting. Here we go.
So, firstly, thanks once again to the guys at JM Racing and IAME for making this happen, because this engine is truly astonishing. I mean, we were putting it sort of probably way above its recommended rev range, you know, all day. We were probably geared a little bit too high at first. And the engine's bulletproof. It ran like a dream. It didn't skip a beat all day. It is a very solid engine. When talking about and driving a kart like this, it's easy to waffle, but when something's right, it's right. And this Sudam kart is very light. It's the sort of same weight as Formula A ICA, so it's nimble. There's not much to say other than it's just correct. You know, describing it in a way that sort of relates to how you feel, your hands tingle. You just want to drive all day. Your neck might go, your hands might go, your forearms might be pumping. But you know, you'd happily stay out there until you ran out of fuel, which we nearly did. But if you would like to know sort of what the performance is like in a straight line, you know, we've got a video of me catching some road taxis here, and in that bunch is Mark Litchfield, who's a British karting champion. He's on the latest Mojo tyre, so it's just give us a good idea of sort of where the performance is, because Mark's going to be driving this kart, this road tax that we're catching now, sort of at its limit, you know, so you get a good idea of where we are. So here we are. Now at this point, I'm pretty tired. We're on lap 19. I don't really usually do more than 10 laps because my neck usually gives up. It just shows you how much fun driving a kart like the Sudam is. So we're just cruising here. We're just waiting for the main straight. The guys are running front brakes in front, so the lunges are off the card, I think. So here we go. The engine's got a lovely pickup bottom end. It's, you know, it's very similar to an ICA. You know, just a little, feels just a little bit beefier, to be quite honest. So here we are, out the corner. You sort of get into the slipstream. It's a straight pass without too much trouble. It's quite amazing that these engines are only in South America. Obviously, the market down there demands this type of engine, and it's great to know that because it's such a purist way of racing. And of course, tag karts have their merits in the sort of modern marketplace, but it's always good for the soul to get out in a kart like this because it just brings a level of emotion to your driving that you don't really get with other karts, and it's worth every penny. The guys over at JM Racing and IAME in Italy have done a fantastic job letting us drive this engine. It is truly an incredible experience. Whether Sudam can compare to a Formula A, I mean, they're very close. I mean, I love the idea of hitting 20,000 RPM with a Sudam. You're hovering around 18. It's still truly a brilliant engine. It's probably the only sort of engine you can compare to that style of engine. I mean, it's so close. And if you get the reliability sort of you get from a modern tag engine like an X30 matched with the performance and feel of an ISA, it's happy days. I mean, who can not want that? A brilliant engine. Whether you can ever get hold of one of these in Europe, I don't know. I mean, they're extremely rare, and you know, obviously with the tag market being what it is, it'll be tricky to get hold of one. But if you do, consider yourself very lucky. So thanks once again to the guys over at JM Racing and IAME Engines. This has been a Karting1.co.uk track test. Thanks for watching.